Accessible homes have carried an unfair reputation for a long time. People assumed that choosing wheelchair-friendly features meant giving something up, style, warmth, that sense of architectural pride you feel walking into a beautiful home. Accessibility got filed under medical necessity, not good design. The reality is very different. Some of today's most impressive barndominiums are proving that accessibility isn't a compromise. It's simply smarter design, the kind that makes everyday living easier for everyone who walks through the door, not just the person the home was originally built for. By the end of today's video, you'll see exactly why these 5 homes are changing the way people think about modern luxury. A truly well-designed home isn't defined by expensive finishes alone. Quartz countertops and vaulted ceilings look great in photos, but they don't tell you how a home actually feels to live in, how easy it is to move through, how comfortable it stays as your life changes. That's exactly what we love uncovering here on Modern Luxury Homes USA. Homes that blend beautiful design with practical ideas you can genuinely learn from and apply in your own life, whether you're building next year or just dreaming about it. If that's the kind of content you enjoy, go ahead and subscribe. We're about to walk through 5 homes that might just change how you think about what luxury actually means. Let's clear up a misconception first. Accessible design was never really just for wheelchair users. That's the idea that's kept it boxed into a niche category for decades. Think about who actually benefits from a step-free entrance or a wider hallway. Aging homeowners who want to stay in their homes for the next 30 years instead of downsizing into assisted living. Young families pushing strollers through doorways that never quite fit. Guests who show up on crutches after a weekend hiking accident. Even resale value. A home built with flexible, adaptable spaces simply appeals to a wider range of future buyers. This is the thinking behind something architects call universal design. The idea that a space should work for the widest possible range of people without needing special modification later. And in 2026, more builders are embracing it not because regulations demand it, but because buyers are asking for it. People have started to realize that a home built to adapt is a home built to last. That philosophy becomes much easier to appreciate once you see how beautifully it's applied in our first design. Sometimes the most impressive design decisions are the ones you barely notice. Our first home is the open comfort design, and if you walk through it without knowing what to look for, you might not immediately clock why it feels so effortless. That's the point. Start at the front door. There's no step up, no lip, no threshold to catch a wheel or a walker. Just a smooth, gradual transition from the driveway straight into the entryway. The flooring runs flush throughout, room to room, with no raised transitions between the living areas. It's a small technical detail, but it changes everything about how the home moves. The hallways here are noticeably wider than what you'd find in a typical build. Generous enough that 2 people could comfortably pass each other, or that a wheelchair could turn a full circle without backing up 3 times. And the open concept living area, which barndominiums are already famous for, does more than look good here. It's not just an aesthetic choice for that airy, loft-like feel. It's the backbone of how this whole home functions for someone with limited mobility. The takeaway: accessibility begins with effortless movement, not expensive modifications. You don't need imported marble or a smart home system to make a house more livable. Sometimes it's just about getting the bones right from start. So the entryway's sorted. What about the room where most of the actual living happens? A kitchen should work with you, not against you. Next up is the culinary freedom layout, and this is where accessible design starts to get genuinely clever. Kitchens are usually the hardest room to adapt because so much of a traditional kitchen assumes you're standing, reaching into upper cabinets, leaning over a deep counter, bending down to a low oven. This kitchen flips that assumption. The work surfaces sit at a lowered height in key zones, so someone seated can actually prep a meal comfortably instead of straining to reach across a counter built for someone standing. The island includes an open, roll-under section, no cabinetry blocking the knees, so cooking becomes a shared, collaborative task instead of something done around a person rather than with them. Storage gets just as much thought. Pull-out shelving replaces those deep, impossible to reach cabinets in the back corners. Appliances open from the side rather than the front where practical, which matters more than you'd think if you're working from a seated position. And every handle in the room, cabinets, drawers, faucets, uses a lever-style design instead of a twist knob, because grip strength isn't something every homeowner has in equal supply. None of this reads as accessible when you look at it. It just looks like good design. A thoughtfully designed kitchen gives homeowners real independence without sacrificing an ounce of elegance. Next, the room most people underestimate until the end of a long day. Luxury feels different when every detail is designed around comfort. This next design is known as the independent living suite, and it's built around the two rooms most people retreat to at the end of the day: the bedroom and the bathroom. The bathroom is where this home really shows its intelligence. There's a curbless, roll-in shower, no raised edge to step over, no barrier at all between the bathroom floor and the shower floor. A floating vanity sits at a height that works whether you're standing or seated, with open space underneath instead of cabinetry that gets in the way. It's a detail that feels almost hotel luxurious, and it happens to be deeply practical too. The bedroom follows the same logic. It's laid out with generous clearance around the bed, the closet, and the furniture. Nothing crammed into corners in a way that would make it hard to maneuver. Even the closet rods sit at an accessible height, which sounds minor until you realize how many accessible homes forget the closet entirely. What this home proves is that beautiful design and accessibility don't compete with each other. They complement one another. A curbless shower isn't just wheelchair-friendly. It's also exactly what you'd find in a high-end spa. Private spaces create comfort, but the next layout shows how accessibility strengthens everyday family life. The best homes bring every generation together without anyone feeling left behind. Our fourth design is the family connection layout, built for households where multiple generations live under one roof: grandparents, parents, kids, maybe even a family member with a temporary or long-term mobility need. The gathering spaces here are wide and open, designed so a wheelchair user isn't stuck on the edge of the room during family dinners or holidays. They're right in the middle of it, at the table, part of the conversation. Outdoor living gets the same treatment, with wide patios, gentle grading instead of steps, and covered areas that let everyone enjoy the space regardless of weather or mobility. Bedrooms are flexible by design. A room that works as a home office today could easily become a ground floor primary suite later, without a renovation. And circulation throughout the home is smooth and continuous. So getting from a bedroom to the kitchen to the backyard never requires navigating a single obstacle. The lesson from this one is simple. Thoughtful planning creates homes that work equally well for everyone in the family, not just the person the accommodations were originally intended for. By now, you've probably noticed a pattern, but our final design brings every one of these ideas together in one remarkable home. For homes in, and a pattern is starting to emerge. We started with a home built around effortless movement, then a kitchen that puts independence first without losing an ounce of style. A bathroom and bedroom suite that feels more like a boutique retreat than a medical accommodation. And a family layout that quietly brings every generation into the same room, literally and figuratively. Notice what none of these homes have in common. None of them look institutional. None of them feel like a compromise. What they share is a philosophy. Accessibility is about freedom, convenience, and long-term comfort, not limitation. And now, we've saved the most complete example for last. Some homes aren't designed just for today. They're prepared for whatever tomorrow brings. Our final home is the future-ready retreat, and it earns that name because it's less about solving today's needs and more about anticipating tomorrow's. Smart home automation plays a huge role here. Voice-controlled lighting, temperature, and door locks, so someone with limited hand mobility isn't fighting a switch or a thermostat dial every day. The garage connects directly into the living space with a wide, ramp-free transition, so bad weather never becomes a barrier to getting inside. There's a flexible guest suite on the ground floor that can serve as a private space for visiting family today or a full caregiver suite years from now, without a single wall needing to move. The entire home is essentially pre-planned for aging in place. Blocking built into the walls for future grab bars, plumbing roughed in for future adaptations, nothing that would require tearing the house apart if needs change down the road. Even the outdoor space gets the same forward-thinking treatment, with accessible pathways connecting the garden, the patio, and the main living areas seamlessly. Perhaps the most valuable lesson in the whole video: planning for the future often creates the most valuable home of all. Not because it costs more, but because it costs less to adapt later. Now that we've walked through all 5, it's worth stepping back from the individual homes and looking at what ties them together. Every single one of these designs shares the same underlying principles. Simplicity, nothing overly ornate or fussy, just clean, intentional choices. Comfort that isn't an afterthought, but a starting point. Spacious circulation that lets a home breathe, room to room. Practical elegance, where the beautiful choice and the functional choice are almost always the same choice. And long-term usability, because a home that only works for the person you are today isn't actually built to last. These principles are becoming increasingly common in American home design, and it's not hard to understand why. Buyers are thinking longer term than they used to. Builders are realizing that flexible, adaptable homes hold their value better. And once you've lived in a house this thoughtfully designed, it's hard to go back to anything less. You don't have to build an entire barndominium from scratch to borrow these ideas. Wider doorways, even just a few extra inches, make a meaningful difference in how a space feels to move through. Better lighting throughout hallways and staircases reduces fall risk for absolutely everyone, not just older homeowners. Slip-resistant flooring, smooth vinyl plank instead of thick carpet or loose rugs, is safer and honestly easier to maintain. Lever-style door and faucet handles are simpler to operate than twist knobs, especially for kids, for anyone with arthritis, or for you when your hands are full of groceries. And zero-threshold entryways eliminate one of the most common tripping hazards in the average American home. The bigger point here: most accessibility upgrades aren't really accessibility upgrades at all. They're just better design decisions that happen to benefit everyone, regardless of age or mobility. Perhaps the biggest surprise isn't how these homes look, it's how they change the way people experience everyday living. If I were building my own home today, knowing everything we've just walked through, here's what I'd prioritize. Easy movement, first and foremost. Wide, clear paths through every room, because you never actually know what your mobility looks like in 20 years. Flexible spaces that can shift purpose as life changes, instead of locking a room into one single use forever. Long-term comfort over short-term trend chasing. Universal usability, so the home welcomes anyone who walks through the door, whether that's a grandparent, a toddler, or a guest on crutches. And functional design before decorative upgrades, because a beautiful kitchen you can't actually use comfortably isn't really a beautiful kitchen at all. What we're seeing with these 5 homes isn't a niche trend. It's a shift in what luxury actually means. Accessibility is becoming part of mainstream luxury because buyers increasingly value homes that stay comfortable for decades, not just for the first few years after move-in. Luxury is no longer defined by excess. The biggest kitchen, the tallest ceilings, the most square footage you can fit on a lot. It's increasingly defined by thoughtful planning. By a home that quietly works year after year, no matter what changes. If you're building your own home, try to think beyond today's needs. The smartest homes aren't necessarily the biggest or the most expensive. They're often the ones quietly built to adapt as life changes, whether that's a growing family, an aging parent moving in, or your own mobility shifting over time. None of the 5 homes we covered today were built for a single moment in time. They were built for a lifetime. Today's designs remind us that accessibility isn't about limitation. It's about creating homes that welcome everyone while remaining beautiful, practical, and genuinely timeless. So I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 layouts impressed you the most? And is there one feature, the roll-under kitchen island, the curbless shower, the future-ready wiring, that you'd love to include in your own dream home? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them. And if you enjoy practical home ideas, inspiring architecture, and smart design solutions like the ones we covered today, subscribe to Modern Luxury Homes USA. We'd be delighted to have you join us for future home showcases and design insights. The home concepts, accessibility features, layouts, and cost references discussed in this video are based on publicly available information and industry research available at the time of production. Building standards, accessibility requirements, pricing, and available options vary by builder, location, regulations, and customization choices. This content is intended to educate and inspire and should not be considered architectural, construction, financial, or legal advice.